What's going on, everybody? New video. So I am rocking my cell phone today. I don't even know where the camera is, so I don't even know where I'm looking. Is that the camera? I don't know. But I'm not using my camera right now, so I'm using my phone camera. And actually, the good news about that is I can just like kind of flip the screen to show you guys what I'm doing. So obviously, we got our engine. Got another folding table and lined up all of my my parts on it. And I also have this parts washer. Now, I don't have enough mineral spirits. I didn't know how much it took, but it actually takes quite a bit. But I can still use the solvent that's in there to kind of clean up the parts that I have. I just don't have that like spray nozzle. I don't really need it, to be honest, as long as I can kind of just scrub off all the crap that's on my parts. So there's one thing I actually want to show you. It did do a good job at like cleaning the stuff. For some reason, this mineral spirits was white. It's odorless mineral spirits, so I'm guessing it's like some kind of a water-based thing. I had no idea that it was white, and when I went to go pour it, this milk like came out of it. I'm like, this is not mineral spirits. Did it do a good job at cleaning? I mean, it looks like it did all right, kind of loosened up some stuff, but this obviously isn't going to be the mineral spirits I'm going to be using with this parts washer. It'll probably clog up the filter or whatever. I'm going to get at Tractor Supply like a clear container of mineral spirits, not one like this, but I'm just going to clean up these parts and set them back on the table and start reassembling the engine. I am using a majority of the old parts just in an effort to save money. It's really not an expensive engine. If I needed to save up for a new one, I could. Engine ran fine before with the parts it had in it. It just had some little things, and it's okay to take it apart and go over it and put it back together. Engine only makes 100 horsepower, so I'm not too concerned. I know I should probably change literally every single part in this motor with brand new parts, but I'm on a little bit of a budget. Not really on a time crunch, but in an effort to create content, I'll be seeing how my engine runs with all of its used parts. So I'm gonna get to cleaning, and I'll be back to you guys after I clean some of the parts and show you kind of what they look like. All right, so I've been doing a lot of work cleaning all these engine parts, and only thing I really got to clean up now is the engine block itself. Just a couple of other things like scrape off gaskets off the oil pan and stuff like that. But other than that, I got most of the parts clean. I'm trying to look at the camera. I have no idea where the camera is on my phone. I think that's the camera right there, but I don't know. All right, so I got all the bearings and stuff clean, pistons clean, crankshaft clean. Doing a little bit of work on the valve cover over here. I don't know if I want to paint it or not. I'm thinking about it. Winches tray, oil pump, seal of some kind. I think that goes on the front somewhere. That goes to like the block, I'm assuming. I don't know. Probably crankshaft, end of the crankshaft. But yeah, I gotta clean up like this like girdle over here for the actual oil pan. Clean up all the gaskets and stuff, like clean up the body, clean up the inside of the oil pan, clean up the gaskets off the head. So I'm just using what I have. I can't make these parts brand spanking new again, but I can make them look a lot better than they did before. So after that, I'm just gonna sand down the block, see if maybe I'll do some touch-up paint on it. I think I need some more brake cleaner actually. So I'll do that, clean up the block a little bit, get it looking better, and yeah. So I cleaned up all the parts. Now the only thing that I really have to do is clean up the head and the block. And I tried really hard getting that head gasket material off, but I think I'm just going to take it to a machine shop and have them just clean up and deck the block a little bit. I ended up taking the block off the stand. It's completely bare. It's completely torn apart. So is the head. I actually have to just take the spark plugs out. And yeah, and then I'm going to have them clean up. Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot the retainers in there. I gotta take Gotta take those out. Yeah. Actually, those aren't retainers. What are those? Those are where the head bolts go, and those are the washers for them. I gotta take those out. So, gotta take the spark plugs out of the head. So I actually took a break from cleaning the engine. I think I'm actually just gonna have the engine and head. I think I already said it. I'm gonna have it cleaned and resurfaced and stuff like that. So I finished that up. That's all good. I decided I was gonna work on my Mustang because I need extended studs on the front. I think the minimum amount of threads you're supposed to have is 6 threads, but I do have more than 6. And I was really just installing these extended studs for safety purposes, but then I ran into some issues. So I was only able to install 2, and that is because I had to break one and I stripped these other 2. Now, the reason why is because I was just having such a hard time installing them. And I'm like, why are they not going in? They're not snug. They're like way too snug. I was just having so much trouble. I'm like, these are way too snug inside that like center bore part. And it just kept stripping the nuts and kept stripping the actual lug studs themselves. And I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, this is stupid. So I looked up how to do it. And you're supposed to like drill out the inner diameter of the stud a little bit. And I didn't know that. And I'm like, okay, what the hell? I'm like, I wish there were some directions. I thought it was an OEM kind of replacement, but I guess it wasn't. So I put 2 in. They were a pain in the butt, but I got them in. So, I mean, 2 is better than none. It kind of does bother me now that I know that I only have 2 installed out of the 5. But I guess I got to order another set. And you need like a special tool that makes it easier, I guess. I don't know. I had no idea. I thought these were just basic replacement studs that were OEM style, but like better. What the hell is all that scraping noise? I guess it's just my brake pad. But yeah, so not really. What is that scraping? Jeez, that's loud. I think I just need to set my pads. But, you know, 2's better than none, I guess. Gonna be working on Mustang. A couple things I want to do, mostly maintenance stuff. I gotta figure out what's going up with my e-brake because I think the cable is like sliding back and forth and the light on my car keeps flashing. Usually when that flashes, that either means you have a problem with your braking system or like your e-brake is up. So I think the sensor keeps thinking I'm pulling the e-brake up, but that's not really the case. When I accelerate and the cable moves back, it flicks the light on. So I'm gonna see if I can fix that. Also, I am tired of these floor mats. They just get so dirty and I just wear holes through them. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna get these floor mats right here. These came off a Kia Sorento and they were free. So I'm gonna make my own floor mats by putting this on this and kind of cutting out the shape. I'm not gonna get it exactly how I want it, but I rather have rubber floor mats that work than, you know, these ones that just get all dirty and I can't like rinse out. I rather have these so I can just take them out of the car and wash them if I feel like it. These just get all muddy and dirty and it's really hard to keep nice because they're made of like the same material as the actual carpeting in the car. I made my first floor mat at replicating that one. I'm just gonna clean this one up, like clean up the edges, and then I'll put it in the car. All right, second one is done. Came out a lot better than the first because I had more material to work with, and now I'm just gonna throw it in the car. So I actually have an idea of something that I wanted to do for a while. I wanted to put like kind of like speed holes here. So what speed holes are is they reduce the drag on like your car. So a bumper, usually this design, air will travel underneath your car And by putting these speed holes here, it gives the air somewhere to go, so it creates less drag, which in turn means you can go faster. Now, does this matter for a car that makes 170 something horsepower and that only has a certain top speed? Probably not, unless you're going 200 miles per hour. But yeah, so I'm gonna make some speed, or definitely not look, but speed holes. So yeah. All right, and just like that, they're done. Now they're not as straight as I want. The one in the middle seems to be sitting a little higher than the rest. But that one was recorded kind of, not recorded, that one was done kind of freehand. For some reason, that little dot that I put, I accidentally drilled on the higher point of the dot instead of in the middle of the dot. I had a hard time seeing the actual drill bit in the center of the hole saw. But I think that came out pretty good. Maybe some accents or something, like black accents that go along here will look pretty neat. Maybe I'll make some right now. I think that's what I'll do. I think I'll get like a piece of cardboard and kind of like mock out like what I want to do for like those corner accents, but let's see for right now. So this is kind of what I got going on here. I got this, I don't know, I think it's 3.5 inch. I got this 3.5 inch piece of cardboard going this way, and I got this like corner piece right here. So pretty much what I want to do is I think I'm going to accentuate this corner out just a little more, and this is going to be my rough template on the design that I want to do. And I think another thing, I'm going to do like a half moon over here, not drill all the way through, but just when I make this out of metal, it's going to be a half moon, the same diameter of my hole saw. So it's going to be a half moon over here. This is going to be a metal panel over here. I think I'm going to rivet it on. So I don't know if I should rivet it, or I think I do have some like dress up bolts and stuff like that. That would look really nice. I'll probably put just 4 corners, and this one will be on around the edge somewhere. But yeah, I'm going to take it off, kind of tape it up, and see what it looks like. I'm going to throw it on the other side, see if it lines up good, and yeah. All right, so this is pretty much the idea I'm going for here. Got that corner accentuated a little bit more. This is lined up over here. Pretty good. And yeah, this is going to be my rough template. I'm going to work that into metal tomorrow. I don't have the metal on me now. See what it looks like on the other side. Should look just about the same. But I'm going to have like these panels, and then I'm going to have half moon in this corner right here. So that'll look really good. And then I think, I don't know how I'm going to mount it exactly, but I'll figure that out when the time comes. I also have to deburr all this stuff with a file. Too bad I don't have a file on me. I probably got to go get a file. Yeah. Oh my God, this hole's pissing me off because it's like a little higher than the rest, but that's okay, whatever.